Yeah, Brian, an arrogant one here at the Longhorn. As he moves slowly around the ring.
Adias, a seasoned veteran with some 15 years of wrestling experience under his belt, against Alex Porteau, who's been in the sport of professional wrestling about 5 years. Adias moving in on the leg very quickly, trying to put Porteau at a disadvantage. Of course, Porteau knows who he's facing here. And I see that Adias' thumb is not taped up this week, that oriental spiked thumb that he has used on so many opponents. Adias moving in. Porteau trying to find a way, trying to find a hold. Adias continually putting the pressure on and pulls him into that side headlock. Adias moves right on around into that chicken wing. Oh, but has it reversed by Porteau. Give this man a little bit of credit. Maybe Adias wasn't expecting this, John.
That's right. Porteau's in great shape here tonight. As he proves that. Oh,
Adias,
nice
reverse leg trap takedown, but Porteau right back into that chicken wing. That has Adias tied up now.
Porteau with those quick counters finds Brian on the mat here.
He
right
does.
on top of our tables.
Adias threatening that elbow. Brian now working his way up to his knees. Porteau continues to put that pressure on Adias.
Brian showing a lot of pain here as he rises to his feet. He's setting him up.
Oh, there's a way to get out of it. Pick him up, body slam him, take him halfway across the ring. That'll break the hold.
That's that veteran experience coming out here as Brian's in the corner trying to shake off that armbar. Chicken wing.
Adias readjusting that elbow pad.
Brian with a lot of experience, has fought all over the world. Right here, seeking the best talent in NAWA and management.
And Adias slow to move back in on Porteau. Perhaps working that arm and working with it to distract Porteau, where Porteau will, think that he's hurt worse than he is.
Porteau with Brian in a side headlock here. Porteau showing a lot of physique here as he applies pressure. Brian up on his toes, literally.
We've watched this young man, Alex Porteau, throughout his career, and he's really begun to develop his body. He's really started working on the development of his body. Over the last 3 years, he's come a long way with it. Look at the upper legs.
That's true, Doyle. You can tell this man spent many hours in the gym just flexing those upper pecs. Just to tease Brian, I think, for some reason. Brian, slow to move around this ring. There's a tie-up. Brian immediately into that armbar.
Oh, but Porteau reverses that wrist lock. Now twisting on it, turns it around, back into that hammer lock. Adias reverses that. Forearm shiver right upside the head of Porteau. And now Adias has got his partner, his opponent, momentarily stunned and goes to work. Thrust kick, right hand into the neck. Here comes the sling. Porteau for the ride. Adias right in there with an elbow to the midsection.
Brian, a very scientific fighter, using his knowledge of the ring, just literally going to work on Alex Porteau.
Oh, right those laces across the eyes of Porteau. Adias double hammer drive across the back. Now Porteau's down in the center. And Adias has got him just where he wanted. This is where Adias likes to be, on the top. Look at him. Look how cocky Brian Adias is. Porteau took too long. He was going to hit Adias in the midsection, but he took too long, and Adias just taunting the kid.
Ooh, there's a strong...
He got him there, but Adias back with a rake across the eyes.
Brian Adias going to work on the right side of Alex Porteau's head. Alex in a lot of trouble off the ropes. Whips him in for a big clothesline. It just sends Alex Porteau on his back. Brian Adias showing a lot of ability tonight. Goes to work.
5 minutes gone, 15 minutes remaining. 5 minutes gone in this match.
5 minutes gone in this match.
Here's Adias, sets him up for the suplex. quick over suplex, and Porto comes down hard, right on the base of the buttocks in the back. There's the count of 2. Adias, of course, didn't hook that leg, and if he had, he might have got a 3 count on him right there. Front face lock, Adias with Porto face down on the mat.
Porto finds himself in a difficult situation with that front face lock, but spins it around and puts Brian.
Yeah, what a move that was. Porto really turned it around well and quick, and Adias didn't expect that at all.
No, not at all. He was really...
Chuck Fulton down here saying, hey, it blew his mind, didn't it, Dwell? Yeah, Chuck, it did. Brian was not expecting that. And Porto really has that arm jacked in there now, wrenching that arm. Twisting continually, but that forearm shiver, a forearm across the jaw there, that'll break it up every time, John.
That's right. He goes to work on that back with raking the fingernails across the back of Alex. Alex in the corner. Oh, a hard kick
to the back of the thigh.
Alex is limping now, hanging on the ropes. Brian really going to work.
Kicking now, stomping on the head and the neck, just grinding that face down into the mat. And Adias right up there in the referee's face. Oh, stomping the hand of Porto. Sadistic.
Alex with a hard blow to the midsection. Another one to the...
But Brian fighting back now. Adias snapmare on Porto. Here's Adias, knee right across. Oh, it looked like he got into that collarbone.
Oh,
if he came down on that collarbone the right way, he may have broken it, John. Porto really nursing that collarbone there. He's got a hold of it with both hands there. Adias now turns him over. There's 1, there's 2. Not enough for 3.
Brian complaining about the ref counting too slow that time. Goes with a front face lock. Front face lock, Alex Porteau in the ring. Ooh, as he just delivers a lot of pressure in there. Really putting the pressure on as he asks the ref to ask him.
Referee moving to the other side now.
Ooh, another
is really putting the pressure on Porto, trying to cut the blood off to the head there. And as Scott Casey has said so many times, if you cut the blood off to the brain dies, the body dies right after it. And look at Adias. Adias awfully close in there, in on the throat. But Porto has reached around behind Brian, trying to find some way out of it. Porto's face is just blood red. You can see it. He's having difficulty in breathing, it looks like. And Adias right there around the neck. Porto battling with the elbows to the midsection.
A hard uppercut that sends Brian back. And Brian all over the ropes now.
Oh, what a punch right into the eyes with those fingers.
Brian.
He did it so quickly.
Sadistical moves in again with a big kick to the ribs. Elbow to the back of the head.
Adias now standing over Porto, pulling that rope up into the throat, choking Porto across that mid-ring rope.
Brian Adias just really in control here.
Will he use that Oriental thumb?
Well,
that's the question. We haven't seen him use it in several weeks. He got beat last week by Scott Casey. Oh, Brian went for that elevated backdrop, but Porto came in with the kick. Adias took it for granted that he was just going to go on over. Now Porto taking Adias over. There's 1, but only a count of 1 on Adias.
A quick move by Alex Porteau as he sends him in the ropes.
Oh, beautiful backdrop. Sent him right over the top. And Porto, with this match going his way now, drives that fist in the forehead of Brian Adias. Adias for the ride. But Adias took him belly to back. Here's the hook of the leg. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. This one's over. Here's Chuck Fulton.
Your winner of the match in 9 minutes and 28 seconds, Brian Adias.
More to come from North American Wrestling Allegiance and Management. Stay with us.